Welcome to Hidden Pitch, the channel where we uncover the
hidden side of football.
The stories, the transfers, and the behind-the-scenes drama you don't always see. Today's deep dive, why everybody hates Jack Grealish. There are two Jack Grealishes. The Aston Villa version, socks rolled down, hometown hero, captain, talisman. The maverick who glided past defenders like they weren't even there. The man Villa fans believed could save them every time he touched the ball. And then there's the Manchester City version, the £100 million man, the most expensive English player ever, often accused of being shackled, too safe, too predictable. The one who swapped chaos for control, and in the process became one of the most criticised players in world football. How did England's top player become the £100 million player everyone talks about and argues over?
The rise of a prodigy.
Jack Grealish's football story was written long before he kicked a ball. His great-great-grandfather won the FA Cup with Aston Villa in 1905. By the time Jack joined the academy at 6 years old, it already felt like destiny. At 16, he was on Villa's bench for a Premier League match. At youth level, he scored in extra time of the Next Gen series, a competition filled with future stars from Barcelona, Dortmund and Juventus, and led Villa to the trophy. Coaches called him old-fashioned, a player who didn't rely on pace but on balance, swagger and guile. By 18, on loan at Notts County, he was already a star. Reporters described his ability to beat defenders as supernatural. Fans saw him as Villa's saviour. But talent wasn't the only thing Jack was known for. By 2015, Grealish was in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Caught with nitrous oxide, spotted partying after heavy defeats, and photographed asleep drunk on holiday. Villa fans still hoped he'd drag them out of trouble, but instead, he earned an unwanted record. 16 Premier League appearances in a season, 16 defeats, not a single win. The club was relegated, and many doubted if Grealish would ever fulfill his promise. It looked like the end before it had even truly begun. But here's the thing about Grealish. Every time you count him out, he fights back. After a freak kidney injury that nearly killed him, he returned stronger. He rejected Tottenham to stay with Villa, determined to restore his boyhood club. When Dean Smith gave him the captain's armband, everything changed. With Villa stuck in mid-table, Grealish dragged them to 10 straight wins and promotion back to the Premier League. He became Villa's symbol of hope. Every attack went through him. He was fouled more than any player in Premier League history, but he kept coming back. By 2020, he wasn't just Villa's star, he was England's cult hero.
The £100 million problem.
Then came the move that changed everything. In 2021, Manchester City paid £100 million for Jack Grealish. He inherited Sergio Aguero's number 10 shirt. The expectations? Astronomical. Fans wanted the Villa version, supercharged on a bigger stage. Goals, assists, game-changing moments every week. They wanted the rock star, but that's not what they got. His first season at City was rocky, written off as an adjustment period. His second year brought redemption, playing a vital role in City's treble, even starting the FA Cup and Champions League finals. And yet, critics still said he wasn't worth the price tag. The stats didn't scream £100 million. The magic felt muted. The public wanted a king, they got a soldier. To understand City's Grealish, you have to forget Villa's. Pep Guardiola didn't buy him to be a highlight reel maverick. He bought him to be a cog in the most efficient footballing machine on earth. At Villa, Grealish caused chaos. At City, his job was the opposite. Control. Hold the width, recycle possession, draw defenders, win fouls in dangerous areas. He wasn't there to smash in worldies. He was there to make space for De Bruyne, Haaland and Foden. These are the little details that don't make montages but make Guardiola's system work. Pep called him misunderstood. Fans called him boring. Still, Grealish had his moments. In 2023, he tore Arsenal apart in the title race, starred against Liverpool and broke records for chance creation in the Champions League. City won the treble, and Grealish partied harder than anyone. For 72 hours, he barely slept, still in full kit during celebrations. It was peak Jack, the flawed genius, the tabloid headline, the cult figure. But just as quickly as the high came, the lows followed.
Decline in Everton loan.
The next seasons were brutal. Injuries piled up, Guardiola questioned his fitness, and his form collapsed. In 1 year, he failed to score a single goal. By 2025, he was dropped from City's biggest matches and left out of England's Euro squad. Now, he's on loan at Everton. A chance to escape City's rigid system and rediscover the swagger that once made him unplayable. At Everton, he won't just be a cog, he could be the star, the focal point, the player fans build attacks around. Can he recapture the magic of his Villa days? Can he impress enough to fight for his spot back at City? That's the big question football fans everywhere are waiting to see answered. So, why does everybody hate Jack Grealish? Because fans remember Villa's talisman, the fearless risk-taker, and see a muted, disciplined cog at City. Because £100 million promised a king but delivered a soldier. And yet, to call him a flop is unfair. He sacrificed himself for one of the greatest teams in history, and in doing so, became misunderstood. He wasn't the headline act, but without him, the show may not have run as smoothly. Now, Everton could be the stage where Jack reminds everyone why they fell in love with him. The maverick, the magician, the hometown hero, all over again. So, what do you think? Will Jack Grealish reignite his career at Everton and silence the critics? Or has the Villa magic faded for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit subscribe for more deep dives
into the hidden side of football.